It's already been a long morning. If you have TMJ issues, this is for you. If you are struggling with detoxing, this is for you. Still dealing with all of that good stuff. I've been having like anxiety in the morning and at night, just having anxiety. I just don't even know. So I've been calling around and trying to find a dentist or an orthodontist or a oral surgeon that I can afford. I have insurance. I have dental insurance. I have medical insurance. They're not the greatest. Deductibles high, but like I have them. And my husband and I were talking about, you do everything right. You get the insurances, you do everything right. And doctors are still too expensive. So where I'm at is I actually called another specialist because the specialist that I want to see, she wants the whole treatment up front before you start the treatment, even though she sees you every month. So technically you could do payment arrangements. You should be able to, because if you stop paying, they can stop seeing you and all of that. But she won't do it. She only does cash. And then if you have insurance, you can bill the insurance and try to get try to get a reimbursement. But ordinarily, you have to pay everything up front. And I'm just like, I can't do that. I mean, we're not talking about like $1,000. We're talking about like a treatment plan is like, the one I need to do is like $7,500. Hello, Mary. Hello. How are you? So I called this other dentist, and I've just been kind of blindly shooting out my Give, Send, Go, my GoFundMe, talking to family, asking family for help. Yeah, I just came on. Yeah. I've been reaching out to everyone. I've been having a really hard time. And so I reached out to my dad today and just asked him for some help. He's retired. So I knew that there was a chance that he wouldn't be able to do it. But then I reached out to this other dentist, and she's like, well, do you have any other things going on, like sleep apnea? And I was like, actually, I had 2 tests done. One was like a year or 2 ago, and it showed moderate sleep apnea. And then I had one done 2 months ago. It showed moderate sleep apnea. Thank you, Paul. And so she was like, so what we could do is treat your sleep apnea, include the TMJ in the treatment of the sleep apnea. And at that point, we would be able to bill your medical because we're treating your sleep apnea. It just so happens that you can treat both of them at the same time, is how I understood it, because it's like one device. And so you could treat both at the same time, and then they'll charge it to your medical. So I feel very excited about that. You have sleep apnea too, Mary? It's very light. It's very mild. Yeah, I tried the machine. It was horrible. Not one day I was able to do it. So, yeah, you couldn't either. Yeah, I couldn't do it. Yeah, it was terrible. So they said that they could bill it to the insurance. And did you know that sleep apnea, they could give you like this splint that goes over your teeth, and it helps with the sleep apnea, and they could bill it to your insurance. Or if you see an oral surgeon, all sorts of insurances, even Medicaid, will cover for that device. Pretty interesting that I found out over the last few days. Hello, Jamie. You're doing well, Erin. Haven't been on in a while. I fluctuate between crying and feeling hopeless and then feeling like I can do this. Hi, Hunter. Nice plants. I have 0 green thumb. Yeah, I have a lot of plants in my house. A lot, a lot. And they monitor you. Yeah. So they monitor you. Thank you, Hunter. I appreciate that. I'll get into talking about the detox and everything in a second. But so I reached out to them. They said that to upload my insurance card and all that, they're going to call over. They're going to see everything. And then I might be able to get the apnea and the TMJ treated with my medical insurance. So if in a perfect world, this will work out 100% in a perfect world. And so I still have a crown that's too high back here that I need to fix. I do have symptoms of benzo withdrawal. It's not often, but like this week I've had quite a bit of anxiety, but I think it's due to having the like this medical thing in my life is creating the anxiety I feel. But like the anxiety I didn't have at the beginning. What are you detoxifying of? Sorry. Benzodiazepines, clonazepam, switch to Valium. And then amitriptyline I came off of before that. And yeah, it's been about 8 months since I've had benzodiazepine. How are your hours? Oh, the hours that I'm doing live, Mary? I am going to try to keep doing Mondays and Fridays. Oh, no, Thursdays. Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays and Thursdays at 12 Pacific time. And I think that's just because, like, I have a few appointments on Friday. Your watch hours? I'm still 400 short. So I need about 400 watch hours before December. I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful that I'll get them. So I'm just, just giving it a shot, seeing if it works. You'll get there. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate you. You're coming off of alcohol. About killed you. Yeah, benzos and alcohol, those are the ones you have to be very careful with. Very, very careful. You should keep your benzo title. You think so, Mary? I struggle with it because I've been talking about everything but benzos lately. And I just kind of feel like if I'm not talking about it in every video, I don't want it to be clickbait if I'm talking about other things. How are you feeling? I do videos and I yawn and yawn and yawn. You mean like my name, my actual name? Because it's not helping me get views anymore. At the beginning it was, but it's not helping me get views anymore. Yeah. Okay, well that's good. Yeah, I don't want to be one of those channels that does the clickbait. I genuinely want to. Oh, we're sitting a dog. So he's I don't know exactly what he is. He's like a little, let me see. My cat doesn't like him too much, but we're house sitting him until Sunday. Yeah. And he's a cuddle bug. He wants to be in my lap. But it takes me a lot to like, I like animals, but it takes me a lot to want to hold an animal and like get cozy with it. So I kind of like don't sit in my lap. Yeah, but he's very, very sweet. And my cat is literally, he is so freaked out by the dog. He just sits there and stares at him. Hold on, you're just sitting there staring at him, Milo? He's so funny. He will jump up on the table and just stare at him. And if he, see, he keeps trying to curl in my lap. And if he gets too close to Milo puts up his hand. No, here, they right here. You don't have to be on top of me. It's funny. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up button. They actually found him. They named him Peanut. They found him on the side of the road a couple months ago. So they took him in and nursed him back to health and all that. Maybe it's been a lot longer, maybe like 6 months. I love him. Right, Mary? Milo is so funny. Oh, you are doing much better? That's awesome. I am so glad. Yeah, I'm so glad. This is it, Mary. Yes, yes, yes. It's been a rough ride. Yes, you're going to get over this. It's going to be amazing. It's so worth it. But that's kind of all that's going on with me is just trying to, it really is torture. Just trying to get the medical that I actually really, really need. And not to fall into a depression or feel super anxious, which I am. I fell into a depression really trying to figure out how I'm going to get this treatment. Because it's like when I went in and I was talking to the doctor, the dentist, she's like, yeah, I care so much about my patients and all this stuff. To the degree, like, if you are crying on the phone, she'll listen to you cry and just all this stuff. And then her nurse said, like, can you do a payment plan? She's like, no. And she's like, how about half? And then half a payment plan. And I'm like, how do you go from, like, you can call me on my personal phone to, like, I'm here for you, to, but I'm not going to work with you. If you can't afford my treatment, I'm not going to work with you. Like, to me, that's what it came across like. It is all about the money because it's like, their services are a fraction of that. So even if I paid her half, it's like, why wouldn't that be okay to start treatment? Like, why wouldn't that be it's just, it blows my mind that it's so much about the money. And like, you have insurance, you have dental insurance, you have all this stuff, but it's still too expensive. Your co-pays, too expensive. Your treatments, too expensive. Like, it's just, and they're like, we're not going to cover that. We're not going to cover that. We're going to deny that. We're going to deny that. It is a joke. That's kind of all that's going on with me. And to be completely honest, it's hard to talk at times. I can't open my mouth past that. I did get a lot of my dental work done. I just kind of drained savings to get that done. I have one more thing I need to do, which is that crown that's too high, which is probably the reason that I'm in this situation. And that will come when my dental benefits renew in January. So I have 3 months to suffer through this until my dental benefits come, renew or whatever. I called them and I was like, I think I know the answer to this, but my husband didn't use his dental benefits this year. Can I use his? And they were like, nope. And I'm like, I knew that. Like, we paid for his, we paid for mine. But do you think they're going to let his roll over to me? Yeah, freaking right. In a perfect world, you pay for it, I can't bring myself to taper off of Valium. I'm scared. I got myself down half of my dose. It sucks. Yeah, yeah. Jamie, what are you down to? Are you like on 4 milligrams of Valium? It is really scary. The reason I stayed on it so long is because I was terrified. I was so afraid of not knowing what to expect. And then as soon as I would start to feel any sort of symptoms, I got really freaked out because I knew that the worst was coming. Like, I definitely understand how you feel. Yeah, Mary does too. She's been at this for about 2 years. If you wouldn't mind, let me know what your dose is. Oh, 4 milligrams. Okay. That's good. That's really good. So, it was when I went into rehab. So I'm not a doctor, but this is just like what I went through. So I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just, sharing my story. I went into rehab at 4 milligrams of Valium. And right away, no, I went, it's been such a long time now that I can't remember. But I think off of 2 milligrams, I cold turkeyed off of 2 milligrams. But I started to I checked out the water taper. And if you go to YouTube and you look up Benzo Brains, she came off of benzos and she talks in depth about water tapering and dry cut. And she goes into like some really, really, really awesome detail. And so if you want to look into the dry cuts or the tapering or the water taper, go over to Benzo Brains and she'll be able to help you out. But I did it a little dumb by jumping off of 2 milligrams. I cut from 4 milligrams to 3 milligrams to 2 milligrams to nothing. Everybody was like, you're on such a low dose, you could jump off, it'll be so easy. And I went into rehab. They wanted to give me 3 times my dose of Ativan. And I was like, I'm not taking 3 times the dose, not even for a day. Like, I was afraid of it. I was like, I'm not even going to take it for a day. And they were like, so you're not going to take it? I'm like, no, I'm not going to take it. So, like, I couldn't leave rehab because then I would have been stuck with a bill if you leave early. So I stayed, but they didn't even have my 2 milligram dose. The dose that they had, the lowest dose was 5 milligrams of Valium, I think. And so I was like, I am not going to go back up to 5 milligrams of Valium because I was there, I think, a week. But I didn't even want to do it. I didn't even want to do it for a week. So I literally just, sorry, my TMJ has been really bad and it's hard to talk for a long period of time and it has me yawning and it really sucks with my ears. The TMJ screws my ears up really bad. So I definitely would recommend just going over there and checking out Benzo Brains, how they water taper. And even if you go down every 6 months, just, at your own pace. Go down whenever you feel like you're okay and you can do it. Even if it takes you a couple years, you can do it. You can do it. It's scary, but, come on here and talk to people who have done it. It does really help. Hello, Tara. Yeah, I'm trying to do Mondays and Thursdays at 12. Like, I'm trying really hard to get back onto that schedule. I've had like a lot of, if you want to go back to the beginning, because I kind of covered it, but I've been going to a lot of dentists, doctors, I've been going to a lot of specialists trying to get my, fixed, resolved, all that. So, yeah, it's been awful. Yeah. I joined this Facebook group and there are so many people suffering so bad. It's awful. Oh my God. See, that breaks my heart. Do you ask them to come over here and have some chats? Maybe I will put it back to Benzo Buddies. Maybe people from those groups can find it over here. Like, I don't like to go into those groups and put my YouTube channel because I don't want to like spam it. But if it's not me and it's somebody like, hey, I'm in this, it helps me, then then it's like cool to have more people that are really suffering and have that outlet. Because the hopeless, helpless feeling is, I know you do, Mary. You always help. You always do. You and Tara and Iris and all of you guys. Um, but I've the past like 3 days I have really felt hopeless and helpless with my pain and discomfort and not being able to travel and just all of that. And I honestly have to say the hopeless, helpless feeling is worse than the pain and the discomfort. That feeling of just nothing, the feeling of no one will help me. How much longer do I have to live like this? Can I live with like this? That feeling is, to me, the worst. Yeah, Mary, there's a lot of us suffering in that group. See, it breaks my heart because if doctors knew a little bit more about this stuff and if they had, you know, in a perfect world, I feel like if they had specialists where you can go into the doctor's office and say, I want to come off of 4 milligrams of Valium. And then the doctor not only says, okay, let's try this, but they can send it into the pharmacy and the pharmacy can actually cut it. So like they need to get better where the doctor can say, we need to do this. And that prescription, exactly like cut and precise, you can pick up from the pharmacy. And then, you know, whatever, 2-3 months later, you say, okay, I'm down. I need to go down here. They send it over to the pharmacy and then you pick it up. Like, if they're passing out this medicine, why can't they cut it down and do that? Like, that in a perfect world makes sense to me. Where you don't have to taper it down. The pharmacy tapers it down. You pick it up, you're good. You go back to your doctor, let's do this. The pharmacy tapers it down. That makes sense to me. Yeah, so many think they won't heal. I think you really start to feel hopeless in that regard. Absolutely. It's heartbreaking. Yeah, there's no convincing them either. Yeah. Hi, Grant's Modern Life. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Man, it sucks 'cause I have to yawn and yawn and yawn. And when I do that, it like screws up my TMJ, screws up my ears. It just screws everything up. But I'm hopeful that I have an appointment with my oral surgeon tomorrow. My orthotic that goes on my bottom teeth is pretty loose, and I'm hoping that I can get it fixed. I'm hoping I can get it fixed. And I'm hoping I can get it fixed without paying thousands of dollars. Oh yeah, the hurricanes over there in Florida. Hopefully you're prepared. And then, so I have my oral surgeon tomorrow. And then I sent over my insurance information, my license to this dentist that I was telling you about that might be able to work the TMJ into the sleep apnea. So yeah, so I am feeling hopeful. And then I called my TMJ specialist and told her about the sleep apnea thing, if she would be willing to do that. So they're looking into that about like doing a letter. Jeez. Yeah, what part of Florida, Grant? Doing well. Good, good. Yeah, we had friends. The reason I'm house sitting this dog is because they were going to Disney World, and because of the hurricane, they didn't end up going to Disney World, but they decided, since they had the time off work and stuff, that they were going to go see family. So that's why we ended up watching the dog, because, yeah. Hey, Erin, did you ever thought that TMJ was from withdrawal? The more you read, the more common symptom. So, Tara, I've actually had this TMJ stuff for about 7 years. Erin still got stuff going on with withdrawals. Yeah, I do. I got anxiety right now for the past few days. I feel like I had the two back crowns made and they were too high. And I feel like that's what caused it. Yeah. I feel like that's what caused it. Um, so I have had it going on way, way, way before the withdrawals. Although the withdrawals could have helped astrobate it. But it's something that I've been searching for. I've been diagnosed with so many things, migraines, eustachian tube dysfunction, because it affects my ears a lot. I got diagnosed with just sinus this and so many things. Freaking yawning, man. But it could have made it worse, but I definitely need to fix. The only thing I have left is the root canal on the very back tooth, which I've already had one, but I need another one because that one wasn't done properly, and I'm trying to get that doctor to redo it, but I doubt that's going to happen. They won't even see me without paying the $300 consultation. And then the crown on top of that tooth, that's high. So as long as that's high, I'm going to have these symptoms, but I got to wait for January for my dental insurance to reload and then do that last tooth. Yeah, hunker down. Oh, you're in Georgia. How much of the hurricane are you going to get, Grant? Oh, you'll be all right. Grant thought you were in Florida. Yeah. Georgia. But hunker down, yeah. I do that yawning all the time. Yeah. You sneeze all the time. That storm is big. Yeah, I think it's like a hurricane, or it's a 4. I think it's category 4 right now. It's funny because the couple that were watching their dog, they were going to Disney World and then his parents were going on a cruise. Like in the ocean, a cruise. And they canceled the Disney World, but the cruise said that they're still going off, so if they don't come, we're on the West Coast, so they have to fly all the way out there to do this. That if they can't come, they forfeit everything. And I was like, and the ships that are already in the ocean, they can't dock. They're sitting in the ocean because of the hurricane. But you're telling me that they're going to let other ships go out? And if you can't do it, you forfeit all your money? So they're going to end up going because I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. There's a hurricane in that water and you can't bring ships in, so they're just chilling out there. But you're going to keep on pushing ships out? It doesn't make any sense to me. Tallahassee is going to get destroyed. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, the people I feel so bad for. Oh. I really, really pray for those people. It's that storm surge. They're saying 20 feet. Oh, shoot. These storms are getting worse. Yeah, they are. They are getting worse. The sea is rising. I feel like God's coming back. I know people might disagree with me, but I feel like God's coming back. He is not happy with his people. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to be. Yeah, I know I'm safe. Like I have a good relationship with him, and I know I'm going in the trumpet. The trumpet calls, and I know I'm going. Try to talk to my kids a lot about it. My husband's really, really knowledgeable. He went to a Catholic boarding school, so I can actually talk to him about it. And my dad and my stepmom, I talked to them about it. My mom and my sister, I talked to them about it. But yeah, when that trumpet sounds, I'll fly out of here. And when I was young, I was afraid of it. My mom would, I watched the movies. My mom had me watch we would watch the Left Behind series, and I was terrified. I was like 7 or 8. And now I just can't wait. I can't wait to hear the trumpet. Where's Iris? We're talking about this, and she's not here. Yeah, I would. I don't even. I'm land bound. I don't have ocean near me. I don't have any ocean. I don't have any hurricanes. We don't have any tornadoes. We have nothing. We're boring. We're desert. We're boring. So I'm not worried about water. I'm so far away from water. I really don't have any anxiety anymore. I know that sounds weird, but I probably should have never been put on it. Yeah. Isn't it sucky when you, hold on, when you get put on it and then you realize like, like you feel like I wish I would have struggled through it. Cause like I was put on it for the postpartum depression. So never before having babies. And a part of me is like, I wish I would have just struggled through that, made it out a couple months later and been good. So I know what you're talking about. Like, if is it you feel like, should I have tried something less harsh? Your mind starts to really play tricks on you. I definitely understand what you're saying. I wish I lived around you guys so much. Iris is a good cook. Maybe she should do some cooking videos. I haven't seen her videos in a minute, but I'm going to watch some of her videos. Give her some love. Ooh. We all need to do like cooking stuff. You'll feel better, I promise. Yeah, I think my TMJ stuff is really, really exacerbating the anxiety and some of the stuff. So I don't even know if it's related to the benzos or if it's or if it is just me just worrying about when am I going to get treated finally. So, and then I have like Christmas, I'm supposed to be going out of state. Thanksgiving, I'm supposed to be going out of state. My nephew's 21st birthday, they're coming here to party. My daughter's 16th birthday is going to be this shoreway. And I think all of it together, I'm a worry person. Like my husband's like, why are you worrying about stuff you can't change? Sorry guys, it froze and it's probably not going to unfreeze. I hate that it does that. But my husband is like, why are you going to worry about stuff that you can't change? And I'm like, I'm just that type of person. Yeah, I think the whole feed is frozen. Dang it. Usually it'll bounce back, but it's not. Let me know if you guys can still hear me, even though the screen is frozen. Yeah. Yeah, being a worrier really sucks because I get told that all the time. Why are you worrying about stuff you can't change? And my mother-in-law, she's a worrier too. She worries a lot. But my husband's not. So if I'm like, okay, thank you. I'll see if the picture kicks back in. It sucks that it does that. Um, I'm gonna try. Let's see. Nope. I'm trying to see if there's a way of like re buffering or whatever. Nope. Yeah, it is no good, but like I've always been that way. And I think a part of it is that's how I manage to get things I need. Like I did not come from a lot of money, and so like I feel like as I grew older, I had to like figure things out. And even now, if I need something or I want something or whatever, I will pound the streets until I get what I need. Like this whole TMJ thing, like I am every day just trying to find new information, trying to find new doctors, trying to find new. And today I found the new medical sleep apnea thing. So I feel like as long as you don't give up, it's worth having that like anxiety about. Oh, really? Since the withdrawal stuff? Man, I'm trying to rebuffer this trying to rebuffer this and see if it'll kick into gear. Um Man, anyways, I'm sorry guys. Yeah, life is short. Life is very short and it sucks to be miserable. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my rest of my day because I'm trying to stay busy so that I don't have more anxiety or fall into a deeper depression or anything like that. So, thank you guys so much for being here. And every single time I do this, I'm so thankful to have you guys. That's amazing, Tara. Yeah, I know he does it. I wrote my dad back and was just like, they might be able to do it with my medical dad and da da da. And he's like, I'm like, just keep praying for me, please. And he's like, I absolutely will. And so just got to stay focused on that. And if you still are suffering from the withdrawals and stuff, just one day at a time. Sometimes it was 1 minute at a time, 1 hour at a time. Put on a movie, lay down, just try to get comfortable, um, and just have that support system because that was absolutely huge. Was having people around that were supportive, and you guys were that. You guys were that for me. And thank you for being here all the time, you guys. I really appreciate you all. 400 more watch hours. I'm shooting for the sky. 400 more watch hours. I will get there and keep helping people along the way as you guys help me along the way. All right, guys. Love you so, so much. And I will see you on Monday. I'll try to do some videos. I'm going to try to do some like lighthearted videos, some fun videos. But I will see you guys on Monday. Have an amazing weekend. Bye, guys.